Hi YouTube, my name is Bruno and I am back again for another video, and in today's video I am going to be talking about something a bit more serious, and I'm not going to be as bubbly as usual, and that's just because it's a very important video to me and it means a lot. And if you don't want to hear about this, or if you're not interested in the topic, please just wait, because I am also working on 2 new videos which I'm going to be posting very soon, and I think they're going to be pretty awesome. So just wait for them. But for those of you who are interested in this, I'm going to be talking about my eye syndrome again, because 6 months ago, if you're not to my channel you probably don't know this, but 6 months ago I posted a video about Duane Syndrome, which is what I've got in my left eye, and that video has been getting a lot of views and I have been getting a lot of comments and questions about all of that, and I just wanted to make a second part because I think that is something very important. And I have realized that the best thing about this whole YouTube journey has been being able to help someone, like someone who's been going through the same struggles that I've been going through. And it just feels so right. Any of us who are in a position to talk to somebody, like talk to strangers about it, because you guys, some of you I know and some of you are my friends, but some of you are strangers. And that doesn't mean we cannot help each other out. Like, it's so beautiful being able to help somebody just with words and experiences. So that's what I want to do here today. I'm just going to be answering some of the questions I've been getting a lot, and just do like an update on how I live with it. Okay, so let's just start with the questions. The question I've been getting the most is probably whether it has a cure or not. And no, it does not have a cure as of yet, but I talked to my doctor about it and he said that like the way medicine is evolving, we might get a cure someday, but like, you know, like it's always evolving. But the way I see it, we shouldn't be waiting for it. Like, we shouldn't lose hope either, but we shouldn't just sit and wait for it. The way I see it, what's important is the way we view. Like, I can't even speak properly, but what's important, I think, is the way we view the problem and we view the syndrome ourselves, and try to build this mindset and just not focus on it like in every situation in life, which is what I do. But this video is probably going to be me talking to my own self about what to do, because I don't do these things, but it's like what I think we should do. What's important is that we learn to live with it instead of trying to make it go away, because like it's not gonna go away for now. So why don't we just try and learn to cope and like live with it, and don't focus on it. Like, don't just get frustrated and just, because like I used to wake up in the morning and just think about it, like automatically my mind would just go would just focus on that, and that's horrible. That's one of the worst things you can do. So no, there's no cure. No, we should not lose hope, because there might be a cure someday, but we should not sit and wait for it either. Does it hurt? No, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't, like, that's the thing. When I say that we should consider ourselves lucky because we don't really have like a serious disease or anything, like we're not dying, it doesn't hurt, it doesn't affect our health. It just affects our appearance, like the way we look, and the way sometimes it can affect your sight, but like that's just minor, you know what I mean? Like we can live with it, and we should learn to appreciate how lucky we are. So another thing I've noticed in the comments is that a lot of people have different types, and I think there are 3 types. I'm not sure, because there are various types and I only got one, and that's like I know about mine. But I know that there are at least 3 types, and you can get it in your left eye or you can get it in your right eye, and mine is in my left eye, and I've read that that's the most common situation. Like, most people have it in their left eye, and it's mostly girls, but I mean, I'm the living proof that it's not just girls. My type is just like I can sort of look straight. I mean, not completely, because like right now you can probably notice that they're not completely straight, but like sort of. And I can look to the right, but I cannot look to the left, and I'm not gonna show you guys how it looks, because it looks like, see, that's one thing. My self-esteem is not high enough. I cannot show it to anyone, and that's something I have to work on, because like I'm not a freak. I'm just a human being, so I should be able to freaking phone. I should be able to do it and not care about it, but I still care about it. So yeah, I mean, that's okay. We all have issues. So another question I've been getting a lot is it genetic? And I'm not a doctor, so I don't know for sure, like I don't know for a fact, but I have read that it's not genetic, and like nobody in my family has it, and it's pretty safe to say that it's not. People usually worry about whether their children are gonna get it or not, and my doctor said that there's nothing to worry about because my children may or may not have it, but they may or may not have a billion of other things. So when you're gonna have a child, you are going to worry about stuff. So if they do have this, it's one of the things that should be on the bottom of your list of things to worry about, because it's not that important. Another question is, can you get your driving license? Can you pass your driving test? And I don't have my driving license because I'm lazy as fuck, but I do want to have it, and I did ask my doctor as well. And apparently there's no problem with it as long as you can see, or if you have any problems with your sight or whatever, as long as you have your glasses and you can see properly, everything should be fine. So it doesn't affect your driving exam. Another question I've been getting a lot is, how do you deal with that? Like how do you cope? That's like the question. But yeah, like you just learn to do it. Like for instance, in the past I would never want to be filmed or like photographed or whatever, but like now I have sort of accepted that I have it, and that's just part of me. And you know, I learned to sort of hide it somehow. For instance, now I'm not looking straight into the camera, as you can probably tell. I'm like tilting my head a bit, and I'm always like, my face is never gonna be straight. I'm always facing nothing. So but my eyes then can look a bit to the right, and then I can feel comfortable filming. You just learn to live with it. Like, it's the little things. For instance, when you go to a reunion or to a big lunch with your family or whatever, you just get there first and choose the spot that's gonna be best for you, or like you learn how to deal with it, and it's not that big of a deal. For me, the worst problem was, like the worst situation was in university and high school, because like university was not that horrible, but high school, like as I said in my other video, you sometimes couldn't choose where you were gonna sit. So sometimes I would have somebody on my left and I would just not look at them, because like I could not show my problem to them. Like I didn't want to, because you know, high school you get bullied and stuff, and so I would just look like a sociopath or like a antisocial or whatever, because I just didn't want to look at them. But that's just things you have to go through, and it's okay. Like, I don't know, it's just, I don't really know what to say, because I'm not a psychologist or a therapist or a counselor or whatever, but like I can just show you that I am happy with what I've got right now, because like I have a really low self-esteem, and I don't like myself. I don't like the way I look. I don't get why I was born with this disease or whatever, but like I don't like it, but that doesn't mean that it has to like overshadow everything else and just like haunt me. It doesn't haunt me. I am okay. I am happy, I guess you could say, and I don't think about it that often. So that I just wanted to prove to you guys that you can get there if you're struggling, and if you are just thinking that your whole life is a mess and a disaster just because one of your eyes is not able to look straight like the other one. Like, who cares? Something you have to know is that people don't care about it. Like, for real. I always thought people were gonna be like obsessing about it. When I meet somebody new, they were gonna be like, oh my gosh, you have this thing, like you're a freak. But like, they don't care. If they notice it, which sometimes they don't care. We're all adults now, and if you're not an adult, just think that when you get there, when you mature and people around you are mature enough to think clearly, they're not gonna give a fuck. Because it's not important. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't make your life more miserable. It's not like, there are way worse things to worry about in life, trust me. And I know that's not the best thing to say, but it will help you. So I just hope you learned something with this video, because like I'm not a teacher, like I'm not bragging or anything, but I don't know, I feel like we all should share our experiences and just what we know about these things, and just try to make it better together. And yeah, because if I've learned something from this whole thing, is that everything's better if you have someone to talk about it with. So please do leave a comment if you've got any other questions, or if you want to just say what you're going through, and we can all just help each other. And yeah, let's just be nice to one another. So that was all I had to say, and I am gonna be posting 2 more videos very soon, and I'm gonna be bubbly and happy and like always. So yeah, wait for them, stay tuned. I will leave the link to my other video down below. I hope you have a wonderful day, and bye!